Hey everybody, Mike Howe here from Howe's Fishing, Able, and MoFish Charters out here on beautiful Flathead Lake, Montana. And we are out here today jigging for Lake Superior whitefish. And just like that, we've hooked up. That was not staged. You can go back and watch that all you want. That was a drop and a catch. So we're out here catching, not fishing for, but catching Lake Superior whitefish. And this is a great fishery, a really fun fishery that we have all summer long out here on Flathead Lake. And these fish are feeding on young of the year little baby perch, young of the year perch that are on the bottom. They've broken out of their bait balls and they're right on the bottom feeding. The Lake Superior whitefish are here, the lake trout are here, the bull trout are here. It's one big happy family. And we're here with you, out here to show you how we do it. And this is a great fish. What you want to see here is how close their eyeballs are to the side of their head. They are, it's really hard for them to see up close. And so that's what makes it so much fun, because you feel them down there. We're going to go ahead and release that guy. It's a little guy. Go ahead and let him go. They're down there kind of poking around on the bottom. Their up-close vision is very, very poor, as you can tell, because of how close their eyes are. They're spread out to the other side. So they see the bait from afar, and then they just come in. They've got that weird underslung mouth, and they're just rooting along the bottom. And you have your jig down there, and you're just tickling bottom. That's the technique. I mean, you got guys that do big sweeping hook sets. You got guys that jig. You don't want to be any more than 10 inches off the bottom. I mean, their strike zone is right on the bottom. So, you know, when you're doing those big sweeping hook sets, a lot of time you're just pulling that bait right out of the strike zone. So dropping again, gonna go right to the bottom. When that line stops going out, I'm gonna close the bail. I'm just gonna take up a little bit of slack until I just feel the weight of the jig. And I'm just gonna bounce the bottom and just kind of tickle the bottom. And a lot of times if you can hold it, we got a really, really calm, still day here. So we can just hold that bait right close to the bottom and you'll feel them bumping into it. And then that's when you start just giving it a little bit of a dance, and then a lot of times they'll hit it. So, but that's how we fish for Lake Superior whitefish on Flathead Lake. We get the boat anchored up. There we go. I just lifted up and the weight was there. I do like monofilament when we're fishing in little shallower situations, about 40 feet or so. We're in 47 feet right here, and there's a bit of stretch in that line. But that's okay. I mean, as long as you can feel the bite, that's the biggest thing. As long as you can feel the bite. Here he comes, another nice whitefish, and come on, get in the net. There we go. The really cool thing about these fish and the way we're fishing for them is, you know, we fish lake trout most of the year. I mean, that's our specialization, is lake trout on Flathead Lake. But a couple months out of the year, we do get the opportunity to fish for these whitefish, and it gives you, the client, the opportunity, instead of just driving around in the boat with the boat doing all the work and having lines in the water and waiting for a fish to bite, you have the rod in your hand, you feel the strike, you set the hook, and then you reel the fish in. And we'll have 20, 30, 40 fish days out here pretty regularly. So everybody gets to catch some fish. You get a great food fish to take home with you, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's different than, you know, if you've fished with us before, fishing lake trout. It's just a whole different thing. So hope that you get a chance to come out with us. Give us a call, 406-257-5214. Come on out and get you some Lake Superior whitefish on Flathead Lake in beautiful northwest Montana. It's not a fishing video without a fish flop. So again, just want to reiterate, these are Lake Superior whitefish. These are not the mountain whitefish that we catch while we're fishing the rivers and streams. These are imports from the Great Lakes. They brought out lake trout, lake whitefish, and yellow perch in the early 1900s to have a subsistence fishery out here in Flathead Lake. Now, these whitefish don't run every year. In fact, we've gone through about an 8-year period where we didn't have the big numbers, and that was because the perch numbers were down. But when those young of the year perch are in, and the numbers that they are, then these whitefish come in shallow to where we can access them, and we just have a ball. So again, love to get you out here. If you want to get some more information, feel free to give us a call. We've got all hands on deck with our boats for the next several weeks. These fish will go well into September, and it's just a lot of fun. And you can see that all I'm using is a very simple jig. It's made, it's painted to look like the young of the year perch. We want it heavy, and we want it slender so that we can get back down to the fish after a bite, after a catch, and it's just a lot of fun. So a little bit about our tackle. Very simple. We're using a 6'6" medium heavy rod. This is the Jason Mitchell Elite Series by Clam Outdoors. It's a fast spinning rod. Has a nice soft tip for picking up those bites. I'm using 8-pound monofilament, or I'll use 10-pound braided line. We use very basic jigs. This is a homemade jig here in Montana. We also use jigs from Pete's Tackle, but really you're just looking like a small young of the year perch. Green, gold, silver, very basic. Drop it down to the bottom, bounce the bottom ever so slightly, and wait for the feel that bite. You don't really feel the bite. When you're jigging, you'll feel the weight. Now, if there's lake trout in the area, come up 4 or 5 cranks off bottom and really give that some good rips. And the lake trout will typically hit it while the jig's dropping. So again, we're out here fishing Lake Superior whitefish. Beautiful Flathead Lake, Northwest Montana. We'd love to have you come out and share some of this with us. Give us a call, 406-257-5214. Check us out on the web at housefishing.com. You're probably watching this on the web on YouTube, but check out our website, www.housefishing.com, and give us a like. Tell us how you like these videos. Definitely trying to do some more of these and get everybody involved. See exactly what's going on. So Mike Howe, House Fishing, A. Able, and Mo Fish Charters out here on beautiful Flathead Lake, Northwest Montana. We'll see you again soon.